Welcome to the New Rugged Order podcast, exclusively on the Hard Knock Digital Culture channel. Now give it up to your host people, MM2K.
What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? It is your boy MM2K of PNTS Network, Hard Knock Digital Culture, GEiX, Cloud Dosage, you name it, I am here. And I'm also here with your co-host, Cold Blood Sensei. Cold Blood, what's going on, good brother?
Nothing's going on because the damn Game Awards are trash.
Don't let the cat...
Got a lot of nothing.
Oh, man. Don't let the cat out the bag yet. No. Yeah, man. We got a lot to talk about when it comes to that. To the Game Awards. Yeah. And you're gonna hear rants from Cold Blood and definitely myself about that. We're gonna be talking about the awards themselves, the presentation of the awards, you know, Xbox's showcasing versus what PlayStation put up there. Me and Cold Blood had a spirited conversation beforehand. So I think it'll be very entertaining once we get to that portion. So this is going to be like all things the Game Awards. If that doesn't make you throw up, Cold Blood, and then if it does make you up, Chuck, then we got a palate cleanser, and that is Cold Blood's favorite game of the month. The day before, we're going to talk about that game. And
No. That would be Avatar.
It'll be what?
Avatar.
Oh, Avatar. Yo, stop. Don't do that, Cold. And see, starting already. But with that said, let's get into our gaming weeks. We got a lot of stuff to cover, so let's get directly into the show. Cold Blood, what have you been playing, man?
I didn't have much time this week, so really only Dead Space.
Oh wow. Okay. That's cool. You've been really enjoying that Dead Space, huh?
Yeah, shout out to the $1 Game Pass deal.
Yeah. That's the
Still going strong with that one.
Okay, all right, okay, cool. Yeah, he's playing it via Game Pass. That's what's up. See, we like PC Game Pass here. You know what I mean? And we also like giveaways. So if you want some Xbox codes, man, you got to join our Discord or GEiX Discord. We're not doing the show on GEiX channel this week because my schedule's been wacky and I did content over there already. Me and Cold Blood when we covered GTA, and I had nothing this week for over here. So, you know, I had to go over here and create something with Cold Blood. So come on over. It's still not safe for work. We're not tampering it down or watering it down at all. You're going to get the authentic us. But that's what it is. It's over here.
I'd be not here right now if that was the case.
Yeah. He wouldn't be allowed on stage. Trust me. Yeah, he wouldn't be allowed.
I can go on if it's about Xbox or the Game Awards without cussing.
Oh man, tell me about it. Well,
I've been able. And this time also PlayStation. PlayStation gets cussed the fuck out too.
Oh man, y'all heard it. He's going off on greatness. So, let's see here. For me, Cold Blood, what have I been playing? I've been playing Cyberpunk 2077. I finally got to the Phantom Liberty part, so I can just make a clean break, just take a breather and get back to Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So Cold Blood was calling me out yesterday on my stream because he's like, you talk about you not liking these games, but you put more hour into the games that you don't like than the games that you claim that you like. So yeah, so all next week, I'm focusing primarily on the games that I want to play. I might sprinkle in a little bit of Phantom Liberty because I'm interested to see how that goes. But I'm talking about Remnant, Spider-Man, Dead Island. You know what I'm saying? Like we're getting back on track here. You know what I'm saying? What the hell was that? It says, okay. It was like somebody was trying to hack into my computer. I don't know. Anywho, so with that being said, we're here to talk about the Game Awards. But before we get into that, let me pay the bills real quick. You see this? This is the PNTS Network website where you can catch all the latest and greatest in gaming stuff from PNTS. Look at that. That GFN article right there where we talk about the day before. Oh, man, that's going to be a great topic. And plus all of our streams, including our last few episodes of In a Row podcast. You can catch all that there on pntsnetwork.com. Also, if you want to just go to my page, you can catch all my content there. You can also watch, because we're here back on the Hard Knock Digital Culture channel, you can actually watch the stream from there if you want to. Then you can check out my content on YouTube, where I got like a nice little synced short and some other stuff, and all the other places you can follow me. All right, Cold Blood. With no further ado, let's go. Let's do this, man. Let's do this, man. The Game Awards. This is, no thanks, IGN. This is the winners list for the Game Awards. For those of you that have been living under a rock, Game of the Year has been Baldur's Gate 3. I'm just going to list some of the more noted game subjects or awards. Not all of them. Game of the Year, Baldur's Gate 3. Best Game Direction, Alan Wake 2. Best Narrative, Alan Wake 2. Best Art Direction, Alan Wake 2. Best Ongoing Game, Cyberpunk 2077. We'll talk about that shit. Best Action Game, Armored Core. Best RPG, Baldur's Gate 3. Best Action Adventure, Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Player's Voice went to Baldur's Gate 3 as well. Let's talk about the wins. Baldur's Gate 3 ran away with 5 awards. Alan Wake was the runner-up with 3. More notably, Spider-Man 2 got none. So we're going to talk about that. And when we talk specifically about AAA genre-defining gaming and the competition between Xbox and PlayStation, Here goes the Xbox trailers. Hellblade 2, the Kojima OD game in Blade, Marvel's Blade is going to be produced and developed by Arcane Lions, the same people that did Deathloop. When it came to PlayStation trailers, there are notable ones. There's God of War Valhalla DLC available as of last night. Rise of the Ronin, I think, is coming February. And then there's going to be Final Fantasy 16 DLC that's coming in February. Or no. It's coming. No, it's available today. And then there's going to be another one, I think, in March or something like that. I don't know. So that's all the news for the Game Awards. Here is my questions for Cold Blood. All right, let's go here. Cold Blood. What are your thoughts on the main awards won? Game of the year, best game direction, all the other stuff. What are your thoughts on the winners? Did they deserve them, or what did you think altogether?
How many did Alan Wake won?
What'd you say?
How many did Alan Wake won?
Alan Wake won 3 awards. They won best game direction, best narrative, and best art direction. What you think, man?
Best game direction.
Yeah.
What does that even entail?
Let's look that up, because I don't even know what the hell that even means. Let me see the Game Awards. And I thought I had the link.
A game can go many fucking directions.
Yeah, the Game Awards.
I have to have the definition of the Game Awards.
All right, let's do this. Let's put this up here. All right, so the winners. No thanks, Game Awards. Don't spam me. View all categories. Best game direction. It was Alan Wake 2. It says awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. I don't even know what that means.
Outstanding creative vision. Horror third-person game. Okay.
Yeah,
and innovation in game direction and design. Still a third-person horror game.
So, what do you think about, game direction, narrative, and art direction? It won all 3. Let's see who was in there let's see who was going up against. View all categories. Best narrative. Let's open that in a new tab. So it went up against Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy, and Spider-Man. I haven't played it. I can see it, despite me playing it. I can see it getting narrative awards. Best art direction, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Super Mario Brothers, and The Legend of Zelda. But yeah, what do you think about best game direction? I guess, what is the difference between that and game of the year? Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields.
That makes absolutely no sense.
I don't get the difference between.
The Baldur's Gate should have won everything then.
Yeah, I don't get.
Because it has to be the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields, right? That is literally what best direction, best score, best whatever the fuck.
I think
I really don't understand the definitions. Yeah, it's like one says the same shit another says. You gotta explain that to me, because I'm not the best in English. So you gotta explain that to me.
Internet of Game, shout out to IOG. He's in the chat. He says game direct here. Let me do this. He says game direction is kind of like Steven Spielberg is the director. So I guess the tone of the game and the presentation of the game, and I would assume level design is in there too. I kind of get game of the year where what they're saying is all the things that we're rating. See, they didn't use the right wording. They should have said across the board. or you know, recognizing games that deliver the absolute best experience overall across the board overall, meaning it may have not been the best visual game, but it's like one of the top ones. And it was it was the top in everything.
Then it's not the best. It's not the absolute best then.
Well, I think that's why I'm saying they worded it wrong. He should have worded it like across the board overall, meaning like you could sit there and say, okay, who's the best basketball player?
Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna say I did not play Alan Wake 2.
Yeah,
I did not like
that.
Alan Wake 1. So I really don't understand the hype around this game.
People love it.
Maybe because it's such a what do you call it? Such a boomer game, yeah. That all these old ass reviewers love it so much.
Stop
maybe
it.
Maybe that's the reason why this got best direction, because they love a dude that has a mental breakdown, yeah. and the cop that has to play in his fucking book or whatever.
Do you guys hear this? See, this is Spider-Man 2 rage. That's what it is. I'm a little surprised.
No, not really. I mean, best direction, I wouldn't even say Spider-Man would have gotten it from me.
It wasn't even nominated for best art direction. It wasn't.
Can you bring up back what was best direction nominated everything?
Yeah, best art direct. Okay, so let me do this.
No, not best art direction. I mean best direction or whatever the other one was.
Let me do this. Let me go Game Awards again.
What we were talking about before that?
I think it was best game direction or something like that.
Yeah, best game direction. Let me
pull it up. I'm gonna pull that up again. So let's exit voting. Let's go back here, view all categories, and then best game direction. All right, so best game direction, award for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. I think they're talking about, like to Internet of Games point.
Actually, no, best game direction out of all of these would have been Zelda for me this year.
Zelda?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you got to play Alan Wake 2 then, because you don't know.
Yeah, sure. But I'm probably not gonna to, because I did not like the first one whatsoever. I still think it's one of the most overhyped Xbox exclusive to this day.
Man, I loved Alan Wake. I loved the first one.
I'd rather play through the whole of Halo again before I play Alan Wake 1 again.
Wow. That is insane.
It's so bad. It's just so archaic.
I love Alan Wake.
I can do it, no. So I really don't understand why Alan Wake 2 got it. Whatever. For me, it would have been Zelda. Because I love the direction of that game. You have 3 whole open world maps in which you can build whatever the fuck you want. Go wherever the fuck you want. It's not getting better than that for me for game direction.
Yeah, I think they mean to Internet of Games point, like how the game, the not necessarily how the game plays, but the presentation of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I'd still go with Zelda.
You know what I mean? Like I love the presentation. That's like one of the main things that I love about the first Alan Wake is the presentation of it. It was eerie, it was creepy, and you know what I'm saying? It just had you like.
For
guessing.
Me, it wasn't creepy at all.
Oh, see,
it was.
You know what?
It was just a lot of brown and gray. I mean, you can put a filter on Starfield and make it look the same.
I think when you look at Alan Wake, the first one, what it was doing visually back then, it was impressive. and that led into the ambiance of the game. But you would have to have a remake, because games visually have gone up so much to where that visual style or the detail, the level of detail in Alan Wake 1 is not going to look creepy. But it was like ahead of its time back then, to where today, damn, when did Alan Wake 1 come out? Was that 2009? And when out? Let me see. Let me look that up.
We're really gonna say it was ahead of its time when it's actually looked like
Wake
a goddamn PS3 360 game?
November 2010. So visually,
absolutely not.
As far as this presentation, I think, yeah, as far as what people were doing with like creepy thriller games like that, no, you didn't have anybody doing that. And I think the presentation was pretty good. Now, without the, I mean, you got ray tracing and all types of shadows and stuff like that. Detailed shadows would really add to the ambiance to it. And that game doesn't have it, to where me and you are looking at it now and we're like, yeah, that did make me jump back then, but it ain't so creepy now because I've seen a lot more detail than that. So I think Alan Wake would need to be remade in order for you to recapture what it presented back then. But I can totally see Alan Wake 2 like capitalizing on newer technology and actually doing that again under current technology standards. I can see it. I just have to play. I will say this though about Alan Wake 2. The one thing about Alan Wake 2 that kind of has me iffy about it are those fake jump scares. I think that's so cheesy. That's so cheesy to me. I don't like that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the only thing that helped me back from actually getting the game. Because I'm thinking, is it just that this game looks great and people are feeling nostalgia from 1 that they're saying this about Alan Wake 2?
Probably because it's an easy walking simulator. That's why they all love it so much.
I don't know. I really don't know. It could be because a lot of people ran through that game, and I don't know. And then that's where I guess game direction, it's like it includes the ambiance and stuff like that. I'm skeptical. I'm not going to lie. Even though I love 1, I'm not going to deny it. I love 1. But when I saw those jump scares, I'm like, this shit looks cheesy, man. Like, what the fuck?
I think it won because it's on every fucking platform. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think it. You know what? People talk about the Xbox tax and PlayStation
if anything, there is a fucking console tax where the fucking reviewers don't like anything exclusive to anything. Because all of these assholes have a 4090 at home and they want to play it on a 4090.
I can see that. I can definitely see where, especially I'm going to be. This is going to sound fucked up.
Well, let's go to the other categories because it's going to paint the picture here.
All right.
Of what is winning.
Okay, so we had Game of the Year. Hold on, let me see. Game of the Year. I just want to put them in place. So Game of the Year was Baldur's Gate. Best Game Direction was Alan Wake 2. Best Narrative was Alan Wake 2. I can see it getting Best Narrative. Best Art Direction was Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so let's check out the next one. Best music score was Final Fantasy 16.
The only exclusive right now.
Yeah.
Because that was undeniable. Let's be real. Final Fantasy has always undeniably good music.
Best performance, Baldur's Gate 3. Was Neil
Wait, what was best audio design? You did not show that.
Best, hold on. Best audio design was Hi-Fi Rush.
See, it's only about music where they win for now.
Yeah.
That the absolute least worth award.
Yeah. I can see that.
Go on.
I can see that because. Well, let me check out a couple of more games for Impact.
I would absolutely disagree with that, but whatever.
The Tashia is games for Impact. Best ongoing we know was Cyberpunk. That doesn't make any freaking sense.
Can
best
we talk
community.
about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
No. You start with your opinion first. I want to hear your opinion on that.
Best ongoing game. I haven't played it yet, but that doesn't make any sense. Ongoing, like you got to have standards that are tangible. Meaning, okay, what does this mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does this mean, and what to expect? Because you know what? In order for the Game Awards to mean something, it's got to rate on things that are tangible that developers can work towards and achieve. It's like what we always say at work. You can't rate somebody low on something when you didn't make it very clear what their goal was. You know what I mean? That's a reflection on you. So I think it's a reflection on the Game Awards when you say best ongoing game and you're basing that off of DLC. What you're going to have to do is say best, continued content or some shit like that. Best ongoing game is an Apex Legends, is a Fortnite, is a Genshin Impact, is a Division 2.
Wait. Did you read what it says?
It says awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time.
So 3 years of fucking fixing the game is ongoing now?
I guess what he's trying to say is, yeah.
And an almost completely unfinished game being finished after 3 years is best ongoing? Are we serious right now?
Yeah, they squoze that into, and like Final Fantasy 16. I'm not saying anything against Final Fantasy 16, but that doesn't fit in that category because it's not an ongoing game.
Who the fuck nominated this in the first place?
I don't think that he makes up the voting, but I think that Jeff Keighley is behind these categories. I don't think he votes for the people. I think
Can we go to the chat for a second here?
Yeah, sure.
Of Games has a lot to say.
He says it was an interesting experience, and it did take the players lots of different rides. It was a different experience, a little basic at times, but a great game in this AAA space. It needs it needs to cater to a broad audience. The Game Awards recognizes that many games are ongoing services that evolve over time with new content, features, improvements. Games released in previous years are eligible in all awards categories. So as long as the jury feels that their inclusion is merited due to new content, improvements, or services. In addition, the best ongoing game category specifically recognizes titles that continue to provide value to customers. I think that, Jeff Keighley, I think, said that, right? IOG. I don't think
that is not the issue here right now.
I don't think the outfit matches the intent.
Whatever the description of the actual best ongoing is does not even matter right now. What matters is what fucking game won it. That game is no ongoing whatever. No, it just got a DLC. That's all.
Yeah. I don't think
that is for me not ongoing. Here, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Genshin Impact, and Apex Legends. Yes, absolutely should be there.
Yeah, I think. So my question is a game considered ongoing because it's open world and content is added? Like,
I guess so. Now it is. Now any fucking game that got one patch to improve one FPS maybe is now an ongoing game. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, I'm impartial to that. I don't mind you wanting to award a game for additional content that's added, but I don't think
then it should be best expansion.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't think that you should lump it in together with actual ongoing games and put ongoing in the title. Apex Legends.
This should not be even called best ongoing. It should be called best fucking live service game.
Yeah, best live service. And then, or ongoing and live service are interchangeable, I think. And
sure, okay, but for me, ongoing is stupid. I'm from Germany, so for me, best ongoing is just stupid. For me, it has to be exact. Best DLC, please. Change
no. This Cyberpunk does not. An ongoing game, like for instance, let me give you a prime example. Yeah, no. I hear you, Internet of Games. I hear what you're saying in comparison to what they're trying to do. I just think they're connecting dots that don't plausibly connect. Why? Because ongoing game or live service games, they don't remiss updates and content until the next version is coming out, right? Like if it's about to be sunset for the next version, like, or if the game is just if they're pulling the plug out of the game, they're like, this is no longer, you know what I'm saying? You think of Marvel's a lot, that was meant to be like a live service / ongoing, whatever you want to call it. Warframe, Apex, Division 2, those are ongoing live service games. I don't see when you try to do what they're doing here, IOG, and I totally get the description that they're trying to make. I think it does the disservice. It's like trying to create a category for most fun game, and then I add Uno, like the physical Uno game to it. Yeah, you can have fun, but you're kind of like blurring the lines a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to reward games that have added content over time, and because of some specific content has gotten better, I think that's a separate award. I think like Cyberpunk and Final Fantasy. Oh no, this is Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, so Final Fantasy 14, that's the MMO game, right? Cold Blood? Yeah, okay. So all these belong except for Cyberpunk. See, what I think what it is that
that's what I said.
Yeah, all these belong except for Cyberpunk. I think what it is that they wanted to award Cyberpunk because they liked Phantom Liberty so much and they didn't have a category to do it in, nor if they created a new category, they didn't have enough.
Didn't you just prove my theory then? That they can actually target what game wins?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I totally agree with that. That I think that Jeff Keighley's behind that. Yeah, and this doesn't.
No. Jeff, if he's actually behind it, then the whole fucking thing is invalid.
Yeah.
Completely. But no, I don't think so. I think these goddamn reviewers, they call each other and then tell each other what the fuck they're voting for. I think that is more likely the case.
IOG says 3 thoughts. Cyberpunk deserves something. That I don't disagree with that. CDPR are releasing the red engine to the community at the end of the development. Cyberpunk 2077 isn't done. Well, according to them, didn't they just say that this was it?
Yeah, that was it for the expansions.
Yeah, 2.1.
You're not gonna see anything anymore about that.
Yeah, 2.1 is like, I mean, so if you want to go on and ride the train or do some races, you know, I mean, yeah, it's an open world game. You can always play it, but I don't know if that necessarily makes it.
That should have been there on launch, not after 3 years. I'm sorry, but I think they don't deserve it. They don't deserve at all any recognition.
I mean, I don't know about that.
No,
You know.
they don't. They fucked up the game.
That's
They
kind of
fucked
like.
up everybody's expectations.
Well, let me
No.
ask you about No Man's Sky. Do you think No Man's Sky doesn't deserve any recognition?
Well, maybe from the community now, but
Yeah.
definitely not for its launch.
That's what I'm saying.
Hell no.
What makes
Hell
Cyberpunk
no.
different, though? I think Cyberpunk was,
No. From the community, okay, but getting an award, hell no. Both of them should not get any awards.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you're making improvements to a game in, you know what I mean, and you got some DLC.
But after scamming everybody into buying this game before it's finished, I think you don't deserve no recognition for that.
You don't deserve any recognition for that. That would be like, for instance, if Starfield would have won something. I think that would have.
Now they're saying now they're saying almost 30% of all the people that bought the game, bought the DLC, like engagement or something. Like, you should not be talking at all. Really, you are back to the fucking beginning of proving yourself. Back to the bottom with you.
Yeah,
Where
I mean,
Redfall and everything else is.
Yeah,
that's my opinion on them.
Yeah,
they should not get anything. No.
Nah, I mean, I think if you should get hammered for your content for it being a piece of shit or not living up to expectations when it's launched. But like No Man's Sky, if there's an award that designates content that makes the experience now good, I can give kudos to you for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. That's cool.
But other games that would deserve it way more is, in my opinion, total BS.
Well, if it's just a category for a specific content, I don't think so. Not, I mean,
That is the only category for best live service games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they were to make
a fucking game that is not a live service wins it.
Well, no. That's what I'm saying. I take the whole live service thing out of it. Like, they shouldn't have been in there. Definitely, they did not deserve to be there. But if you had a category that was, best DLC, you know what I'm saying, best, and it not only was the DLC good, but it enhanced the game and made the overall experience now good, even though it may have been a piece of shit at launch. Or I think that would still make you eligible. I think that's fair. I don't think that's bad, because I look at No Man's Sky. I think No Man's Sky overpromised, underdelivered at launch, and now that they've added a lot of shit to it, there could have been a particular patch that changed the trajectory of the game. I get what you're saying. Like, if a game just happened to have like a 2-hour DLC that was okay, but the rest of the game is still dog shit, then yeah, I don't think that's work, because then what that's going to do is falsely drive people to the game and the overall experience is trash. I honestly think that with update 2.0, Cyberpunk 2077 overall is a better experience. It's now an experience that's worth engaging for everybody. I'm not saying it's a fantastic experience, but I think it's still a good experience for everybody to now it's worth your money. It wasn't before. I don't think it's worth $70. Like, if they do this ultimate edition and it's like $30 or something like that, I definitely think it's worth it now. But yeah, to the point that you were making before about best ongoing and best live action, where games actually deserve that shit. No, definitely. And you're taking away from them, even if Cyberpunk was a good game overall, even if it was good at launch and they launched good DLC, I still don't think it deserves to be in this category because it's not the right category for it. So, just my 2 cents.
Any good about Internet of Games point is, any good management would see that and immediately say, "Nah, we can do that." That is the wrong category for Cyberpunk. It should not be there, even if everybody nominates it. It should not be there.
And I think,
but I guess the reviewers completely decide everything over there, even if it's absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
So I guess also a fucking Age of Empires can be now an RPG or something. Because that is also possible if it gets enough nominations.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of, I really like you seeing something and you're like, I really like that thing right there, but damn, we don't have a category for it, so I'm gonna rubber stamp it and throw it into something else. That's
they had a category for best action game, best RPG.
Yeah,
they could have put it in there.
Yeah, you're right. No, I totally agree. And they knew it wasn't going to win.
What the fuck is it doing in here?
And they knew it wasn't going to win. And that's why they put it somewhere else. Hold on, let me see. Where is the oh shit.
But then again, you prove my point. They're putting games into categories where they can absolutely destroy other games.
Yeah, they're shoehorning it in there. Best game, best ongoing, best community, best independent, best mobile game, best action game. Like you said, yeah, best RPG, best family, best racing, best adaptation, most anticipated game, content creator. All right, so they got, it's, to me, it sounds like we're in the advent of downloadable content, right? We got DLC being thrown everywhere. And it's not just necessarily, what do you call that shit? It's not just necessarily, open world. I mean, it's not necessarily ongoing games that have DLC. It's all types of, like Final Fantasy 16 is getting DLC.
What does Internet of Games mean with it didn't launch in the window for the main categories?
I don't know. What do you mean by that, IOG? He says no, because it didn't launch in the window for the main categories. Oh, I don't know. I guess he's saying Phantom Liberty didn't come out in enough time for the when we were saying that it should have came out in best action game and whatever. It didn't. No, I thought the voting for all categories was like October. The deadline for any of the categories.
I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying, but
oh, he said okay.
No, I get it now, but they could have said Phantom Liberty.
Yeah.
I mean that launched this year, so hey.
Yeah.
Put it in best RPG.
They couldn't put it in there and it win. And they walk away unscathed. That's why they didn't do it. And they wanted it to win. So they threw it into
get out unscathed because everybody asks though, Jeff, what the fuck that's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Them ongoing shit.
Yeah, I think the ongoing games got robbed this year.
Absolutely.
They got robbed.
100%.
That's my sense of it. And let me say this, because I know we got a bunch of questions and shit like that. I mean, we can work out an order, ain't no problem. I'm gonna say this about the Game Awards without giving my overall rating just yet. I never cared about the accolades that the Game Awards gave because people are going to think this is fucked up, but I don't care. Like, because I've been following these motherfuckers for years. Like, a lot of y'all were still swimming in nutsacks before you knew who these people were. I've been following Jeff Keighley since fucking G4 days. Like, he's the only one left from that. Like, he was at the bottom of the totem pole as far as recognizable game entities. Like, if we went back to the G4 era days and people were like, Jeff Keighley is hosting the show, everybody would be upchucking. I mean, they would be holding their belly, laughing their asses off. I never thought that Jeff Keighley had a pulse on what revolutionized gaming and what made gaming great. I think what happened over time is that he was the most adamant about creating a game award. He was the most vigilant about it. So now he's the Dick Clark or the Ryan Seacrest of the gaming world now because he was the most adamant about it. Anything influenced by him, I've never put much faith on. I just appreciated the fact that he gave kudos to the game developers and the publishers, and they showed us new shit. But with this last game show, like the game publishers and the developers, it was just like, okay, next, go ahead. And he gave more credence to having celebrities and showing us all this shit that we've already seen and really didn't care for this year, opposed to honoring the game devs and the game publishers.
Of course, he wants it to be the next Oscars.
Yeah, that's what he's trying, but it's Jeff Keighley, and I know that's going to sound fucked up. I know that's going to sound haterous and dismissive of him, but sometimes you are what you are, right? Like, go back in the archives and watch fucking G4 and follow this man all the way up until now. He's not some supreme gaming mastermind. He just happens to be very adamant about representing gaming, but it doesn't mean that he represents gaming at its best. So people are upset and shocked about this. I saw it coming. I like to see who's going to bring good shit. What I'm trying to say in so many words, Cold Blood, is whatever comes out of the Game Awards, I don't put much credence to it because it's something that he put together. Does that make sense? I don't know. What are your thoughts on this year's Game Awards and how everything went down? He said that's a loaded fucking question.
Yeah. I mean, it was a lot. I'm not gonna say that there was not a lot that they showed, but that a lot was a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Did I describe it right? I don't know.
Yeah. No, you said it. Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah. Like, I didn't like. We can talk about our rate.
Okay, let's go. Let's go with Exodus.
Okay.
This fucking game, everybody's overhyping to goddamn who knows where.
Yeah.
Did they even look at the trailer or just said, "Oh, space game, finally space game"? Oh,
yeah.
Gotta have space game. Mass Effect not coming out for another 10 years. or did they actually look at the trailer and said that looked good?
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, that game looked like trash.
Yeah, I didn't see anything interesting.
Bro, this art direction they chose, these people that look like they're a mix of, I don't know, Arcane's fucking games. and if you put Naughty Dog's characters together, you slap them together, this is what comes out. Some cartoony ass, but still kind of real life characters, yeah?
Yeah.
I was shocked, really, that this is what everybody's so hyping up right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the little bit of gameplay that we saw, That didn't look impressive at all.
Yeah.
What did people see in that?
I don't know.
I'm asking you, Moss.
I think people it's just what happened is the Game Awards have been hyped up so much as being the standard for the industry. People force themselves to like shit because they want to be part of something. Like that, this whole gaming community does that, man. They want to be part of. That's why we have a whole sector of gamers. Here I go with my Xbox rant. This is why we have a whole sector of gamers that don't play any games, that are anti-buying games, and really supporting the devs and putting money in their pocket that they need to make the best games out there. They don't buy games. They just try them, and they want to be on Twitter all fucking day talking about cry pony copium, because they just want to be a part of something, and they can't fathom looking at the Game Awards as something that they hyped up so much for themselves and being able to say, you know what, I didn't put this together, so I can critique this. You know, it's not a reflection on me if I say this. It's just, it is what it is. This was trash. They want to be part of something so bad they can't do that.
Don't get me wrong. It might be a good game in the end, yeah?
Yeah,
but
it could be.
What they shown right now just looks like a totally standard subpar.
Yeah, standard. Yeah, exact. Subpar, mid, whatever.
But
yeah.
Completely generic.
Yeah. I mean,
some alien shooting. That's all.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
I mean, it has to have a great story or something.
I didn't see anything.
I mean, right now, nothing in this game really interests me. Not even the guy. What's it called, McGonagall or some BS?
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy can make a game. So whatever. He's not the one that's gonna improve it, so the devs gotta do something with this game first.
Yeah, if I'm Jeff, I'm showing the sizzle reels of games, like you said, Cold Blood, because this year really there's no reason why games this year should be there's no reason why the Game Awards this year should have rushed people off so much. I think what they should have done is they should have just had sizzle reels and blocks of games. You know, and then if somebody wanted to talk about their, or if somebody wanted some conversation around their game, just fucking have Jeff say, oh, that was the latest game from Pizzle Butt Pipple Poppers, and it's called, you know, such and such, and then just move on and give more time back to the devs. Because this year particularly, I can understand if it was last year or a year prior. This year in particularly, it's like you said, Cold Blood, there was really nothing amazing to be shown for you to sit there to warrant a dev coming out and taking away.
Okay. Wait, can I get my flowers first? When I said GTA 6 gonna overshadow everything.
Well, you know, you mean as far as GTA 6, as far as what was that? What the fuck is the word I'm looking for? As far as potential? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, GTA 6 is by far the best thing we've seen this week. I'll say the closest thing, which still isn't close, the closest thing particularly out of that Game Awards, I don't know if you agree with me, was Wukong. I really like Wukong, and every time I see it, I really like it a little bit more. But we've been hearing about this game forever.
I'm still very skeptical with this game. I'm gonna be until it launches, because I don't trust Chinese developers yet. Because all their trailers are fucking blinding you to the actual game.
Well, have you seen the gameplay trailers though?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Are those real? We don't know yet.
You don't think they're real? Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. What do you think? It's another day before?
I'm optimistically doubtful. Let's say that.
Okay. I don't know how you could do that. Well, that's like I said.
I can't describe it in a better way. I mean, I want it to be a fucking amazing game, sure.
Yeah.
But Chinese developers, I'm still not 100%.
We'll see.
Convinced they are on that level yet.
We'll see. I mean, they could have been, could have been a lot of government investment into it and saying, we're gonna fucking overtake this space. You got Tencent.
It could be a lot of Sony investment if they really want this game to have what's it called? To have fuck, I forgot the word. A lot of exposure, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if they get the marketing deal for this game and really market it right, it could be a huge hit for Sony.
Yeah.
Even though it's multiplat, yeah, sure.
Yeah, but if they
everybody
get the marketing
everybody gonna be
associating it to Sony.
Yeah, associating it with PlayStation.
Yep. Not true. I don't doubt that. But that's just how I feel about the Game Awards, man. Like this time was coming. Like, and I know people were like, oh, cold blood. I mean, they're gonna be like, that's so mean. How can you say that about Jeff? He's not a mean. Jeff is not a mean. He's not a bad guy. I think he's just was given a pass because he was so supportive of PlayStation and Kojima, and people just rode his coattails. The dude, he don't have the vision, because it's like you said, cold blood. Someone with the vision and plausible management would have never done what we've seen this year. They wouldn't have put Cyberpunk in the ongoing games category. That was a disrespect to those that make ongoing games, as difficult as they are. And shit, I mean, most of them are shit, right? Most ongoing games are trash. So when we have an ongoing game that's doing it right, it needs to be recognized. And throwing Cyberpunk in there because you fucking like the DLC and you're like, well, it can't win anywhere else, let's throw this shit in here. That's not the way to handle it. So that's fuck up number one. Fuck up number two is you're cutting off these developers, the people that have proven themselves, the developers that have proven themselves and given us shit that we've liked. You've cut off their time so motherfuckers that are making a pitch that haven't proven themselves yet can sit there and have full autonomy to however long they want to stay on the stage. That's fuck up number two. Fuck up number three is you hurt my brother Cold Blood's heart. Spider-Man ain't win shit, and that's a damn shit. Let me stop, Cold Blood. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I just had to, brother. It was, but no, and fuck up number.
The only category I expected Spider-Man to win was action game, and that.
I am surprised. I am surprised.
And even that was snubbed from by Armored Core of all fucking games.
Well, and then look, no, dude, fucking It's his for best game in action genre. Armored. This is what I don't understand. Help me understand this, Cold Blood. Why is Spider-Man an action adventure and not an action game? I would think Spider-Man's more of an action game than an action adventure. Maybe I'm wrong.
If they count swinging through a little bit of New York as an adventure, well, okay, I guess.
It was like, yeah, action adventure. Like action adventure is a game that is RPG-ish in nature.
Well, Spider-Man is RPG-ish in nature because you can level up, but
what you can level up?
That is not that is not the focus of this game.
Yeah, like you can level up. Okay, I'll put it to you like this: You can level up in this game, but is it necessary in order for you to complete it? Like it's an additive. I don't really think it's that necessary. I'm not saying the game is easy, but you get some cool trinkets.
If you don't level up, you're gonna have a bad time. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to level up, really.
Yeah, I don't
like. You could play most of the game without anything but some abilities.
Yeah. I mean, it less complicates, your fights and shit like that. But I mean, this is another problem. This is why I say he doesn't see the vision. We've been leveling up in games characters since fucking Castlevania. The original Castlevania on the Nintendo. Castlevania was never considered an RPG. You know what I mean? It's like that I would consider more of an action adventure because you do have to progress your character in order to progress through certain things. But games like I remember Rhaegar and other things, you're always updating your a lot of games you update your character. You can updating your character and then leveling up your character in order for you to progress, I think are two totally different things. And I don't think that Marvel Spider-Man 2 belong in action adventure. Maybe it's always been in that category, but then again, I think that underscores my point that it doesn't belong. Have you played Armored Core? Because I haven't. Have you played it, Cold Blood?
No, I have not. I'm still waiting on the sale on that game.
And so what makes Armored Core not an action adventure game? You know what I'm saying? It's like a Souls. I mean, it's a Souls meets mech game.
Probably because it's open world. That's probably why it's in the adventure category.
Okay. I got you. Yeah, probably so.
Because Armored Core is not open world. It's just missions.
Okay. I got you. Okay. All right. Fair. That's fair. Let me see here. I'm looking at action adventure. Fucking Alan Wake 2 is. How is Alan Wake 2 action adventure? Like, I don't think Alan Wake 2 is open world. I think that's,
I think because Alan Wake is a coherent playthrough of the game. Maybe that's why it's an adventure. Unlike what's it called, Armored Core. Because Armored Core is just missions, nothing else.
So they're saying action adventures for the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. So, so let's check that out. Puzzle is combat, traversal, and puzzle solving. I know we're sitting here digging through this with the microscope, but what do they say? Hold on, dude. No. Remnant 2. There's puzzles in Remnant 2. Well, puzzle solving to, I guess, puzzle solving to progress? What? Like Remnant 2 is more action, is an action adventure game. It's more action adventure than Spider-Man 2, I would think. Combat with traversal.
I mean, when I actually read those descriptions, I kinda agree.
Okay.
I mean, yes, Armored Core is way more combat than anything else, while Spider-Man has other
elements to it.
Other elements, not just combat.
Okay.
So yeah, I get it. Okay. Yes, Zelda should have won that category.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I'm not gonna doubt that. I'm just thinking, are they? Again, is that an example of them shoehorning categories so somebody could win? You know what I'm saying? Somebody that they want to win could win. But no, I get where you're coming from. So, but yeah, I think, I mean, again, I hope this is a wake up call to the industry that it's not, I mean, I'm not saying that the Game Awards should go away or the Game Awards should be attacked. I think the biggest lesson to learn from this is that maybe we shouldn't look and rely so much on the Game Awards to speak for the industry.
In my opinion, there should be no Game Awards like this.
Yeah.
Just to not make people watch that shit all the time. I mean, it would be much better for everybody just to get all the game announcements and be done with it after what, 1.5 hours, 2 hours maybe.
Yeah, I would, instead of the Game Awards, maybe it would be better served as the annual gaming announcements.
It feels like a filler.
Yeah.
That is the problem. It's not being very celebrated by anybody. Let's be honest here.
What you mean? I mean, yeah.
Who is gonna celebrate the best game direction now? No, nobody. Nobody gives a fuck now.
Well, that kind of, yeah, they don't care no more. Yeah, that kind of gives it its legitimacy.
I mean, maybe the game of the year to say, haha, look, this game won, your game didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
But anything else in here, who gives a fuck?
Well,
Best
they're not even talking
game.
about
who's gonna give a fuck about best mobile game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. No, I think what they do.
That's why I'm saying no. Jeff does a good job of getting developers to show shit, but that should be the only focus, really. Nothing else.
Yeah. Well, or they could do something like, hey, look, instead of the Game Awards, the game announcements. Still keep it TGA and call it the game announcements. And in between, because let's keep it real, it's not about celebrating what developers do, because the developers get up there for 5 seconds and then you got music playing now. So let's not get it twisted. Make it about the announcements. Be transparent about that. Get your fucking celebrities and all that other shit and say, hey, here goes TGA recognition in between all that. Like, you know, the TGA recognizes Zelda for this, and you know what I mean? And then just have...
What I would even like more is just a website, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Where all of a sudden you have all these categories and who won and whatever, yeah? And then a list of fucking trailers. Just straight up trailers that you can download in 4K and everything.
I'd rather have...
That'd be the fucking best solution for everybody.
Yeah.
Without all this nonsense about some political shit or whatever. Nobody gives a fuck. I mean, who gives a fuck about saving energy?
IOG
like
says...
last year.
IOG says Spider-Man probably simply suffered from fewer votes because the voting closed closer to its release. The forums from lazy writers didn't even get filled out and submitted. I think that it's the categories that Spider-Man was in. IOG, it wasn't winning. I'm not saying it didn't deserve to win, but people already had their minds made up. And when Spider-Man came out as late as it did, to some of your point, and it got thrown into the categories with these other games, that's when, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that would also apply
to Alan Wake. Yeah, Alan Wake too. Yeah, true.
Won a lot of shit.
Well, when did Spider-Man come out? Spider-Man came out after Alan Wake, didn't it?
October the 20th.
Oh no, and then Alan Wake came out around the same time. Yeah, so I really think
that kind of doesn't work really.
Yeah, I kind of think that.
No, I'm gonna stay with my theory that anything that is
console
not released on PC is
that
getting less
votes. Automatically. That could be. Yeah.
because Hi-Fi Rush is on PC, so hey, there you have it. That's why it won so much shit. Of course, even though it's not really, in my opinion, deserving of anything. Maybe the best mediocre game of the year. Yeah, sure.
What game was that? Oh, Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't even. I think this was they talk about Xbox tax. I think this is the year that Xbox really got thrown a bone. I mean, look at it. Hi-Fi Rush, and with all the crying and whining that Xbox gamers did, Hi-Fi Rush won an award. I think Forza won a couple of awards. Spider-Man doesn't win anything, even though you really can't compare the two because Spider-Man was in a lot tougher fight and a lot more meaningful categories, right? And I don't want to take away from like adaptive controller, but I'm saying meaningful to the broader sense of gamers, right? And then they had their trailers that they had, you know what I'm saying? I really think that it was just like, you know, we got to throw these Xbox gamers a bone. We got to give them something because these mofos is going crazy. And I can't put Starfield up here. I'll give Jeff credit for that. We'll nominate Starfield for best RPG. That's the best we can do. We can't put Starfield up here for anything else, and it can't win anything. You know what I mean? So,
well, it would be even more embarrassing if it was nominated for almost everything and winning nothing.
Yep. He says, it says, good shout out on the late arrival of AW2. He said, that's the last time I try and you feel better about your games. You know, I don't know. Again, I was a little perturbed about hearing the music coming on so fast. And then, like you said, Cold Blood, all these unproven games just being advertised all over the place. And they're not really, they really don't look impressive. And shout out to what Microsoft did. Microsoft didn't, well, except for Kojima, which that shit didn't even need to fucking happen either. But I appreciate they at least put trailers out there and they went about their fucking business. I'll give kudos. Let me ask you about let's wrap up on that. We talked about what we feel about the Game Awards. Let's talk about Xbox's presence versus PlayStation's presence. What do you feel about the difference between the two?
PlayStation has more DLC, I guess. Thank you, Sony. My investment of $500 in your console is really paying off right now.
Oh man! He's going crazy on greatness.
I'm trying to hold back, but it's hard. Xbox wins this round.
Oh shit!
Congratulations, Xbox. You announced a 6 years away game with Blade. Maybe even longer if Arcade has problems. I don't know.
Well,
you finally showed us what Helmet is gonna look like in gameplay, and it's exactly the same shit the first one was. Congratulations, Xbox! Great showing on that.
You say this is Redfall 2 and shit.
What was the last game that they showed? So there was another one, right?
There was Hellblade. There was
OD. Kojima overdosing on cocaine. Yeah. Sure. Congratulations.
Now we get what's behind the genius of Kojima. It's all that cocaine and shit. He's crying out for help, man. Hey, dude, hey, Copeland, you gonna get me in trouble, man. I'm gonna shut the hell up. He said Kojima's crying out for help. Oh, man. Wow. Oh, get the brother from snorting. Jeez Louise. Yeah. Yeah, what was that shit, man? Like, what is going on? Copeland, what is that? What was that?
Well, it better not be an actual movie.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
I swear, if this is a fucking movie, it belonged to fucking Game Pass day one. Nah, buddy. Death Stranding 2 shits all over it right now. From what I'm hearing. So Xbox gets the literal scraps of what Kojima had cooking up.
Yep.
I mean, the facial animations, if that is actual in-game graphics, hey, that look good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. The facial animations look amazing.
Oh yeah, you talking about Hellblade? Yeah. Yeah.
No. I mean overdose on cocaine.
Oh, the OD on opium. No, that's not no. It ain't gonna be no fucking. Those were real live people. That were
Are you
sitting
sure?
Yeah, I think those were real live people that were sitting in front of the camera. I think the only thing that he did is that like they superimposed like that image of the lights in their eyes. I don't know if you noticed that in their pupils. You know what I'm saying? And they were like screaming and shit like that.
It's gonna be a disappointment if that is not the actual in-game graphics.
Bro, trust me. Hey, look. Even if that, there is no fucking way that a game would look like that on xCloud. Like, no, that ain't happening. Nah. Nope.
Isn't he using Unreal Engine 5? With all this meta-human shit?
I'm pretty sure he probably is, but it ain't gonna come out like like that on xCloud. Hell to the no.
Wait. Let's talk about that. What is it coming out on? Because it's not saying Xbox exclusive.
Well, it's cloud-based. It's cloud-powered, meaning that it's running off of.
Does it say xCloud exclusive or something?
No, I don't know if it said that. It's probably going to be available on GeForce
I
now.
can remember nothing saying that. It was saying for all gamers.
Yeah.
So what the fuck does that mean?
Well, I don't know. Here's the thing, bro. Xbox games belong to the street. Like, there's been a lot of talk about Blade and Bethesda actually declining.
I don't think so. I mean, we're clowning the bots right now because they literally did not show anything about the platforms, but I don't think so, man. I don't think so.
You don't think that is you don't think that it's going to be multiplat?
Nah, too much effort for it to be a damn multiplat.
Okay. We'll see. I mean, I don't know.
Same goes for Kojima's game. I don't think it's coming out for PlayStation whatsoever.
Yeah. I don't know about. See, that one I'm more inclined to think that's going to be exclusive to xCloud. But it's possible, but I doubt it. Now that one I'm very doubtful for.
What we know is Hellblade definitely not coming out for PlayStation. That we know.
Yeah, that's not coming. No.
Because why is that the only game they showed the Xbox Game Pass and everything?
Because the Blade game and the OD game. See, this is what I've been trying to explain to people. When I say Xbox games are for the streets, I mean over the next like 3 or 4 years, you're going to 4 or 5 years, you're going to start seeing Xbox games that generally would be only on Xbox. You're going to slowly and surely start seeing those games appear on other platforms along with ABK games, because that's why they split Xbox Studios and ZeniMax. They've put them under Microsoft Gaming. I believe that Microsoft Gaming, I think what Tim Stewart and what Phil Spencer were saying, and what he said in that Famitsu interview, is that we're going to start putting more and more of our titles on other platforms. And Hellblade and Indiana Jones, anything that's coming like out in the next 2 or 3 years, Those are going to be exclusive for the most part. But this other shit, no, they're looking to heavily lean into third-party publishing. So that's why they're not going to confirm yay or nay. The negotiations are happening right now. PlayStation, we put this game on your platform. What's going to be the split? You know?
No. Wait. That makes no fucking sense.
What do you mean?
Even if they are in talks about it being on PlayStation or whatever, why can't they still say, yeah, it's coming on our platform anyway?
Because I don't think, again, Tim Stewart went in front of investors and said what he said in front of investors and said, look, I'm not broadly announcing anything here, but when we're making games that are going to, like right now, we're still in our old school phase where we have exclusive whatever, but we're turning away from that. I don't think that they want to say to investors, these people are more important to them than us on Twitter. I don't think they want to tell investors, yeah, it's Xbox and whatever. They don't want to put any fucking logo on it yet because they still want to convince these money people, look, man, we're going to be putting this shit on as many places. Look, we got fucking Marvel now, man. We got Marvel. We can make a lot of money with Marvel. We could possibly be putting this shit everywhere. And it just started production. So why hamstring it right now and do that console war shit? Then that gets back to the investors. And investors are like, hold on, y'all just fucking told us y'all still playing these same old games and y'all ain't winning shit trying to do this console war shit. I thought y'all was leaning more towards a publisher. Man, we out. We taking our checks and we're out. That's why I think they're not saying anything. I think the negotiations are going on now. They're talking to different platforms, you know, just dropping bugs in their ear. They're being real vague about where it's going to land right now because it's in production and they want to give appearances to all the money people. Yeah, we're not just committing to our platform because we just told y'all that we.
So they value Hellblade 2 so much less than anything else they've shown that they can confirm that is only coming to Xbox where it can die
because it's part of their legacy plan, and just because it's part of their legacy plan. And I would have presumed the way that they'll explain it is, look, we got to transition to this new spot. We can't just jump into it. If we jump into it too fast, we're going to affect our player base. They're going to be upset. Let us transition into it. Meaning, even with Hellblade, okay, right now we're just announcing that in Indiana Jones being on Xbox. But when we get to this Xbox 2.0, who's the fuck to say that we don't do a Dusk Till Dawn and we release it later on PlayStation? We're just going to say it's Xbox right now. What's stopping them from changing it and adding it to PlayStation later? Right?
But that was my point about Blade.
Why not just make it for Xbox and that? Because they want investors to think that, hey, there's a high probability this is going to drop everywhere. Why? Or everywhere day and date. Why? Because then they're like, okay, yeah, that makes more sense to us. We don't care about y'all doing console war shit anymore. Y'all got all this property, put it everywhere. If you do that, then yeah, y'all going to make a whole bunch of money. We want in on it. That's why they're being vague. Because if the money people hear that they'd only drop it on Xbox, they're like, hold on, what the fuck? Y'all ain't selling shit.
Wait. Can these money people still ask them, is that all you're gonna do?
They can ask them, but if they're only committing to the single platform, that's not a good enough guarantee for them. They would rather them be vague about it. We're still working because they can just say to the money people, oh yeah, it's like we said, man, we're looking to do this with our first party. We're just still working everything out. We're talking to the platforms now. That brings the money in.
What if they announce 3 days later it is actually only Xbox and PC?
Oh, if they do that, if they were to come like over the weekend on Monday and say, you know what, we decided that we're going to just put this on Xbox. This is an Xbox exclusive. Then what that says is that they're prioritizing their gamers over the money people. They can sit there and tell the money people behind the scenes, yeah, we're going to release it on more all they want. But, I mean, what did they do before? They told people, what did Tim Stewart do before? Tim Stewart went and told people before, we're not, this Bethesda thing is not to make games exclusive. It is to make our games the first, better, or best on our platform. For Phil Spencer only to change that, right? And what has happened since Phil Spencer changed that? The console has sold less. Even the month that Starfield dropped and PlayStation had less sales year over year, they still beat the fucking Series X and the Series S. That is ridiculous. Phil hedged his bets. He said, no, my people out there on Twitter, my Colt Eastwoods, my Gases, they want this fucking thing exclusive. We're going to make it exclusive, and these motherfuckers are going to come through. And guess what happened? Guess what happened? Dropped like a sack of potatoes. So now, I bet you Tim Stewart, because remember, in the emails, Tim Stewart, when he heard that, he said, wow. And he probably said more than wow to Phil, like, Phil, what the, like, bro, what the, come on, bro. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, I'll give you a prime example. I work with a guy, we're doing all types of business shit. And yesterday we got like a letter from the companies, one of our vendors that asked us about some materials or something that were in there, and they left the materials in a place where we normally throw shit out. And so we said we threw it out. And then so the CEO of this company, you know, I'm like second in command. The CEO of this company said, well, you know, let's do this. Like, he's real nervous and worried and shit. And I'm like, bro, nah, fuck that. They left the shit in the designated spot. I'll tell them, if you're too nervous to talk to them, tell the motherfuckers to call me and I'll explain it to them. I bet you like Tim Stewart was like, yo, Phil, what are you doing? Why would you do this? And Phil's like, yo, trust me. And then the shit fell apart. So now he's like, yeah, you know what, Tim, you're right. You know, them type of conversations that happen all the time. They don't just happen with individual business. They happen at the Fortune 500 level. I could write a book about how many times I went to my bosses and said, this ain't gonna work. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna work. And they're like, whatever, we gonna do. And when it didn't work, then they all show up in my fucking cubicle or my office like, yeah, so what should we do next? And I just sit there and I stare at them. Like, you dumb motherfuckers. Now you want me to fix your mess when I told you several months ago it wasn't going to work. I bet you Tim and Phil are probably having those conversations now to where Tim is like, bro, right now if we're going to move forward with these plans, with these money people, right now, let's just keep it vague. Let's just shut up. Now, nothing's etched in stone. They could ultimately change them. But right now, we're not telling nobody about any game, where it's landing, and that's coming out after such and such date, because it could go first party. Let's not give up on our multi-plat aspirations yet, Phil. Phil overrode him the first time. Phil lost. Now it sounds like he's listening to Tim, because when he talked to Jazz, Phil said nothing to override Tim at all. All he said, the best he could come up with was what? We have no plans to put Game Pass on PlayStation. That addressed nothing that Phil said. Phil said, we don't have anything to announce at the moment, but our aspirations, our goals are to put first party in services wherever there's a screen. So that, in short, a lot of things can change, but I think what happened was Phil tried it his way because he was trying to placate to the fanboy audience. He really thought they would come through for him this year. They're talking about Green Wave and all that shit, right? And when that shit fell through, Tim was probably sitting like how I have in multiple situations and just looked at him and said, see, motherfucker, see what I told you? See, you should have listened to what the fuck I said. Now, I'm going to go out here and talk to these money people. I'm going to say what the fuck I want, which is our vision. And we ain't going to worry about these jackasses on Twitter, right? Yeah, Tim, just go ahead, man. All right, thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
that's what I think.
Can we address what Internet of Games said?
He says, Microsoft, shout out to IOG, says, Microsoft is too soft in the belly to pull this shit together. Someone should have been fired for the vampire crap, and someone should have been going for Starfield. Yeah. I can't. What are your thoughts on that, Cold Blood?
Dude is spitting facts right now.
Yeah. There's no other way. Yeah.
For Redfall, 1000%.
Yeah.
Half of the damn studio should have been fired.
Yeah.
I mean, holy shit. You cannot have mismanaged a game and
any worse.
Completely fuck it up more than Redfall.
Yep. You couldn't have. No, I totally agree.
And for Starfield, bro, I'm telling you, Todd is gone after that DLC drops. Yeah. I still believe it. Because did you see how he looked at the Game Awards?
Yeah,
bro,
he
looked like he was about to cry or something.
Yeah, he just looked agitated, like he didn't want. Like, bro, the moral is bad there. I'm telling you, the moral is bad. Pete Hines left. Pete loved what the fuck he was doing there. He loved it. Every time you talk to dude,
in my opinion, he and Todd should have been gone already and start a new studio by themselves.
They're gonna have, well, yeah. When Robert Altman died from ZeniMax, that's when I knew that they were fucked. Like, if he was still there running ZeniMax, well, they probably would have gotten rid of him anyway. Robert Altman, even though ZeniMax was starting to have a little dip, and that's only because they trusted Todd with Fallout 76 and trusted, some other shit to really come through, and it didn't. But Robert Altman that's a hardcore game exec. Like, I even made a video years ago where I was like, when Phil should be replaced, Robert Altman should take it. Like, he was one of my candidates of people to replace Phil, Dude beat the feds. You don't beat the feds. So he's a shrewd businessman. You don't beat the feds unless you're on top of your shit. The feds had some charges on him back in the 90s. He cold cocked the shit out of them and beat them. So I know he's a shrewd businessman. He don't play any games. And we need that type of toughness again that resembles like what Peter Moore represented back in the Xbox helm. But yeah, when Robert Altman died, that was the CEO or president, whatever, of ZeniMax. That's when I knew they were up shit's creek. Yeah, I don't think Todd's happy. Pete definitely left. I think Todd is probably close in that thought process. I think he's disappointed in the reception of Starfield. And I think a lot of
he got nobody else to blame but himself for that one.
Well, I think a lot of it is to blame. I think like the towels shit in the planet, in the scope. I think the scope was too large. That's definitely Todd. But I just think that the game, I feel like so much that the game, even for, like, it just feels too disjointed, even for a bad Bethesda Softworks game. I'm sorry. Bethesda Softworks game are built upon journey, densed populations, and shit happening at every turn. And this game is completely opposite of that. I just feel like that the compromises were made to the game so it could play on the Series S. That's just me. I think the reason why because the game was supposed to come out in 2021. I think what happened was the big parts of the game got gutted after they were purchased and just got repurposed so it could be playably, it could play smooth on the Series S. And that's why I think I think we still would have been mad at the tiles part, but I don't think it would have been as bad. It would have been a little bit more digestible. I think the gameplay would have been a lot fun. I mean, what was it today, Coldblood? You sent me that article where the dude said that Skyrim mod, the famous Skyrim mod guy. What did he do?
He made the actual multiplayer Skyrim mod.
Yeah.
And even he said, this fucking mid-ass game is just not worth it.
Let me put it on the screen.
He ain't gonna mod shit for that. Even the fucking community hates this game, not just the reviewers.
Hold on, where? Oh no, you know what? I got another place where the somebody else had that tweet.
Just go on Twitter, man.
What the fuck? Because I was talking to somebody. What the heck? Oh, here it goes. No, that's what I put out there. I thought, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, here it goes. I got it. I'm sitting here trying to. So, it's this creator behind hugely popular Skyrim co-op mod gives up on the Starfield version of it because, drum roll please, this game is effing trash. He says, he says, quote, I didn't realize this until after I actually started playing the damn game a week after launch. Like, he doesn't even want to mod the game. Like, normally when people mod games, they see potential, but they're like, oh man, no, we're gonna throw this in here, we're gonna throw that in there, we're gonna really spruce this up. He doesn't even see potential in this game. He doesn't even see the freaking potential.
No, whatever he coded, he said, it's for the streets now. Go ahead. God damn.
Oh man, bro. Oh God. Like, yeah. I think, yeah, Todd is to blame, bro, for some dumb shit that he's done over recent years. Yeah, he's done some dumb, underhanded hubris type shit to where he just got real cocky and just thought he could get away with things.
He has to stop is over-promising shit.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Dude, he been over-promising with Fallout 76 up his ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he did the same to Starfield.
Yeah.
He was talking about, big scope, big scope. What he said, this magical word for him in all his fucking interviews. Something about tone or something. Tone.
Oh yeah.
What fucking tone that fucking mid?
Yeah.
I didn't see anything else in that game.
I don't know what, but I truly think that there was 1 year was spent to cut shit out of that game that would have made the game play experience a lot better, and then I think another year was meant to polish it.
That's wishful thinking.
I don't think because they didn't spend 2 years polishing that game. Absolutely not. Especially after what we got. Like, after you get past the first 3 hours, it's not like game breaking bugs, but
dude,
come on,
they had to make it run on a Series S. Of course they needed 2 years for that.
And I think in order to make it run on the Series S, they cut shit out.
Maybe, but not as much as you think.
No. We still got, because me and you were talking about a couple episodes ago.
Dude, in 2 years, you can make a game completely different from what the original vision was.
Yeah.
You just can do it.
I know you can't completely. Yeah. I'm not saying that the entire game was flipped on its head. I just think parts were chunked out and it was resewn. And that's why I feel so disjointed. Like, Bethesda Softworks games don't feel this empty. And I'm not talking about just the empty planets. I'm just talking about traveling and getting into missions. Like in the missions themselves just feel empty. Like when you go do a mission and you get to the end, normally there's like dun dun dun, you know, some shit. You get some shit. You don't get no shit with this game. You get a bunch of things with different colors and shit on it, but you don't really get anything. It just feels so empty and so lackluster, opposed to when you would go into the library on Fallout 3 or Fallout 4, or go into this cave or whatever. You know, it don't feel like a Bethesda Softworks effort. Even when they're lazy, it doesn't feel like that effort. So that's why I think shit was just cut out.
Can we go to the next fucking disaster over
here? Oh
here?
yeah, we're gonna we gotta close out on it in this game. So yeah, that's the whole TGA thing. I'll give my final thoughts. I think Xbox did good in this appearance. You know, I do agree with Cold Blood that we need to see what's coming in 2024 from PlayStation, but over the next 4 months, they have a lot more.
Not the roadmap. I don't need a roadmap. I just need to know
what's coming in 2024.
I'm gonna be playing next year.
Yeah,
that's all I want to know. I don't want to see what the fuck is in 3-4 years. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't have nothing for 2024 right now.
That is true.
Besides all the third-party deals they made. Okay, but
yeah.
I want to see Naughty Dog's game. I want to see Sucker Punch's next game.
No, that's a good point. I will say this too. Yeah, I would definitely not give PlayStation an A, but I am confused when I see these Xbox zealots, the zealot wing of the fandom, come out and say, oh, we got a Blade trailer, we got Hellblade, and we got OD trailer, Ponies Cry Copium. I mean, I'm
no, bro. If we go by that, Final Fantasy VII alone fucks everything Xbox. So.
That's all I'm saying.
I'd rather play Final Fantasy than anything there.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, PlayStation, you gotta be a little bit more transparent about what's coming next year. But
I'm only giving them kudos on the first party level. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can dig it.
Because there we got only from Santa Monica fucking DLC. Well, thank you for nothing.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
No, I get it. I get it. Let's talk about days the day before.
You gotta talk about that. I don't have the game.
No, I don't have it either. I'm not getting that shit. No. And that's it. No, this game, even though it's in early access, it's, you know, it is a real game, but it's not an MMO game as described. It's more of a survival shooter. It was number 2 on Steam, right, at launch. I don't know what it is now. We're going to take a look at it, but they also said it got mostly negative views. And here, I'm going to show it right now on the screen. It got mostly negative views, and they're saying that it has a high return rate. Like, oh my God, there's 13,000 reviews, and there's 14,000 reviews, and 11,600 of them are negative. the in-game player, like it peaked at 38,000 and has never recovered because I think a lot of people returned the game. I'm trying to find charts. I'm trying to see as far as it's still number 2. And here, let me go down here to the bottom. Top selling. Oh shit. Damn. It's dropped. Holy fucking cow. Unless, was it removed?
No, it's probably somewhere down there.
Holy shit. It's out of the top 100 that fast. That's sick. Did I miss it?
I don't know, bro. I didn't see it.
Hold on, did they? Let me check and see if they took it off the store. It could have been they took it off the store. Steam powered. They could have taken it out of the fucking store, which wouldn't surprise me. The day before. The day before. No, it's still there. You could still, yeah, overwhelmingly negative. Yeah, no, you could still buy this shit. But holy cow. The day before. Let's see. It's not even registered. It's not even on the list. Wow. Okay. So there you have it. The day before has been taken off the list. It's not even there anymore. Nobody else is buying this game. Holy shit. It went from number 2. Oh, man. Look, let me just ask you, Cold Blood, are you surprised about any of this?
No, because I told you so. Y'all overhyped this game to fucking heaven. When I said, nah, bruh, as soon as they said they got some licensing issue, that's why they delayed the game. That was the time when I said, fuck no. Hell nah. This game is either an absolute fake or a fucking unfinished mess of an early access game.
Yeah.
Both scenarios were kind of true. It was a fucking fake MMO game, and it was an unfinished mess on launch.
Yeah.
Well, I was right again.
Well, I don't blame the game for not being complete because it's an early access game. And you get that a lot with Steam early access games. I think what's worse than that is that, like you said, the game that we were sold was fake. Like, even though there's a game, the game that we were sold is fake. And I believe that this game was never real. And when they started getting called out on it, they were like, fuck, well, we got to bring something. Like, I think they were trying to build a whole bunch of anticipation. They built assets. They even, well, I'll get into that part in a little bit. But they built anticipation, got people excited on how the game looked. And then when they started getting called out on, where the fuck is the game, they then said, oh shit. And then all of a sudden, this fucking company out of Korea bans their use of the name, but they miraculously get it back right before the game is ready, and then it's not the game that we think it is. It's a ripoff of Daisy, in the city. I don't know, dude. I really think that the game was fake. This is what I thought. I thought it was a real game until the whole licensing thing as well. And they said it was releasing in early access. I thought the game would still look good and still be what they said it was going to be, but bad.
I was skeptical from day one that it's going to look like that.
I just didn't know it was going to be this bad. Like, this is bad, man.
I did.
This is really fucking bad.
But when I saw the new gameplay after all the MMO stuff and everything, where they actually showed what the fuck the game is,
yeah,
I said, yeah, that looks about right.
And
that shit before what they showed, hell no, nah. Some unknown developer all of a sudden has a fucking AAA quality game. Nah, bruh. That's not happening overnight.
Here's my question, because they were able not only to trick a lot of gamers, but they tricked, they passed certification for PlayStation, Xbox, and I think the worst thing of all is, because the visuals of what they showed at first looked so fucking good, they even tricked NVIDIA, GeForce, into stamping their name in promoting this game. What do you think? We'll close out with this. What do you think is the lesson, not just to the gamers, but to the big companies like PlayStation, Xbox, and NVIDIA GeForce now, before they give their seal of approval to a game that claims to reach a certain scope? Like, what should they do?
They should become Shuei Yoshida.
Yeah.
Go to these fucking developers and tell them whatever they actually have cooking. Mm-hmm. If that shit look wrong, tell them you do not release that shit with our name on it.
Yeah.
Change that immediately. That's what GeForce Now and everybody should do. If they put their name on this game.
I think that hurt them the most. I think it hurts NVIDIA the most. I mean, it doesn't damage them reputably, but I think it hurts them.
NVIDIA should get sued for advertising this game wrongly. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Well,
they should get sued for it.
I don't know about that. I think they just, like every other platform, just said that, hey, the game is coming, but and they sold them, access to the tool sets. But I wouldn't even advertise along with the game, because I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't say, all right, they're using RTX technology. I wouldn't even just let them do that. Because what happens is, when you put your stamp on a game like this that I don't think was real, it gives the impression that y'all checked out this game, and that these motherfuckers, like, this game is, it just gives that impression, whether that's realistic or not. So I think there needs to be something needs to happen before you go that full-fledged, and especially if the studio is not proven. If the studio is not proven and they don't have anything under their belt, like NVIDIA GeForce Now actually in showcases advertised this game.
Yeah, they fucked up.
I think that is problematic. NVIDIA GeForce, when they were doing the video shows, they actually showcased this game. I think now, when it comes to a game that got this visual prowess to it and is talking to this type of scope, there has to be more than just a phone call. And there has to be more than, oh yeah, they bought our tech.
They cannot just download a fucking video file from Google Drive.
Yeah.
And say that is the game. No.
Yeah.
They gotta go to this fucking studio.
Yeah.
Look at what the actual game is, and if
Yeah.
it does not represent what they're showing in the marketing shit,
yeah,
they should say, hey, either you fix that shit, or we're not gonna promote your game at all.
Yeah. You're
We're probably not even gonna allow you to release it on our platform.
I mean, I wonder what type of what Google technology. I mean, not Google. What NVIDIA technology is in the game, and is it going to get turned on, and when? Again, I get this is early access, but I'm doubtful of all that because they lied on what the game is, and they're actually going on the Steam.
They're trying to hide that now.
Yeah, they're trying to hide the shit now.
They want to delete everything about it being an MMO.
Exactly.
Bruh. How can Steam even allow that?
Yeah.
So that they can do it retroactively, right?
That's what they're doing now. And I don't know if so. It says by the day before. The day before offers players, and they didn't get rid of all of it yet. Here, let me put this shit out here. They didn't get rid of all of it yet. They're getting rid of the most flagrant. Well, this is still flagrant. It says the day before offers players a uniquely reimagined journey into a post-apocalyptic open world MMO survival set in the present day. Yeah.
That's gonna be deleted soon.
Yeah. They're gonna try. They're working on it.
They're gonna make it a survival extraction shoot or some bullshit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh well. Yeah, I think that's the deepest. And you guys know how I feel about NVIDIA. I love them, but you guys got to be a little bit more careful with that, man. Because your logo, your brand means so much to the visual prowess of shit.
Oh, they're probably gonna say you have to inform yourself or some bullshit.
Nah,
I'm telling you, they're gonna blame it on the customer that they bought into it.
It's one thing if they, got a graphic up saying this upcoming game is going to use. That's one thing, but they embedded this game in showcases. Like I think the VP. Was it Phil Eisner? I think it was. I could be wrong. I think it was Phil Eisner, the president of GeForce Now. Or no.
Irrelevant.
Or somebody.
He's irrelevant. He's a president of a cloud gaming service. Man.
Or not. I meant not GeForce Now of actual NVIDIA GeForce. A vice president.
Bro, I think nobody cares about them.
He came out and he freaking he spoke towards the game and showcased it. And now we know that you just do it based off a video. And this game is said to be of this scope. And we don't know who these developers are. I don't know, man. That's not good. It's not good. So all right, folks, that's it for today's show. It's 10 o'clock where Cold Blood is at. So we're gonna wrap this up.
But you didn't talk about the lessons learned from it. Why do I have to say that? But
no, I said I did. I just said that you gotta go. You can't just go off a video. Like y'all gotta see the fucking content. Like this is a developer that is unproven, that claims that they've never developed at this level before, but claims that they're going to have this big, huge open world game look is graphically stunning as more so than anything we've ever seen. You can't let somebody rubber stamp your brand onto that without you getting a chunk of the game, getting a chunk of the vision, at least. I mean, I get to where because you have a vision and then you got to roll out this game, so therefore in early access, maybe all those assets don't look that same, but somebody should be playing, something should be fucking playable before you go and you add this to a showcase. I'm sorry. Like, again, there's a difference between, okay, graphic, this game the day before is going to use RTX technology. That's different. But y'all put this in a showcase. If y'all going to do that much, y'all need to go out there and get a look at the game. Okay, is it anywhere near what they're claiming it to be? Because now our name is associated to pushing this game. So, those are my thoughts. All right, with that said, Cold Blood, where can the good people find you at, my brother?
On Twitter, Cold Blood Sensei. On PlayStation, also Cold Blood Sensei. And soon, probably streaming on here.
Yeah, we gotta we'll get together tomorrow for that. Because I have plenty of time tomorrow. Yep, we'll have plenty of time for that. Because yeah, the people want Cold Blood. The people want Cold Blood. All right. Well, folks, I am MM2K. I can be seen multiple places, particularly here in GEiX, and just go to pntsnetwork.com/MM2K Gaming to find out where I'm at. With that said, that is episode 42 in the books of In a Row Podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, have a wonderful gaming day. Peace.